Brian Wilber.
So yeah, no dog. Sorry about that. But I do realize that I'm dressed like a Russian ballerina coach. Нет, Natalia. No. You want full 2 days? I understand. So I've come to realize that my life has a lot in common with Bruce Willis movies. Because everything is always trying to kill me. But I don't get the badass villains like Hans Gruber. I get like indie villains. Like a vegan brunch. A vegan brunch tried to kill me. Turned blue and almost died. Turns out I'm now allergic to garlic and onion. Which is, you know, food and flavor. So food is trying to kill me. So, you know, if my life was a series of indie movies, one of them would be titled Streetwalkers Barcelona. Where Brian is alone on the street and he's spotted by a pack of prostitutes. They could smell a lone male and they charge him and he runs for his life. Now that premise might not sound scary, but it was terrifying. Some of them were men, large men. I did not know what was going to happen. I thought they were going to hold me down and rape me and then ask me for money. And then when I didn't have it, their pimp was going to come kill me. I also starred in a little darker indie flick called Death Cab, where Brian is just trying to hail a cab at the end of the night after drinking, and 7 dudes around the corner, and one of them stabs me 4 times in the gut. Yeah, I know, not funny. But that's what I get for being responsible and not driving. But by the way, those action movies where our hero gets stabbed in the gut, he pulls it out and keeps fighting. Bullshit. That needs to be followed by a cutscene that says 8 months later. We find our hero laying in bed. He's slowly pulling himself out, walking like a pregnant woman, and is like, oh, hey Hans, wait, give me another 8 months, I'll get you. Jesus, fuck, this hurts. Oh. Yeah, I've come to realize that my whole life I've been followed around by this dark cloud. When I first was swimming in the ocean in Southern California, I get into the water, and the sky gets covered by a literal dark cloud. And the surf gets huge and tries to kill me. So apparently, I'm the one who started the worst El Nino in history. So, you know, now that I have this dark cloud following me, I have to be cautious about my decisions. Like, say I want to get on a roller coaster. No, Brian, think of all the innocent lives you're going to put at risk. If I get on that roller coaster, something terrible will happen. And everyone will die. Except for me. I will survive, and I will have to live the rest of my life with the images of those cute children etched in my brain. They're dead. They're dead, Brian. All because Brian wanted to get on a roller coaster. And right now, I've put all of you at risk. I would not be surprised if a freak meteor came out of nowhere and just took this whole theater out. It kills everybody. But 2 days later, they pull me out of the rubble. I wake up in a body cast out of a coma, hanging from the ceiling. But I'll survive. I'm like Bruce Willis in that movie Unbreakable, where he's just a normal dude that finds out he's invincible. I'm just a shittier version. So my movie would be called Breakable. But he'll survive. Probably directed by David Lynch. I also get the action movie buddy fight scenes that go way, way too far. I had a buddy visiting, and we polished off an entire bottle of vodka before going out, you know, as you do. And last little bit of vodka, I spill all over my nasty stovetop. Hasn't been cleaned since the 70s. But he leans over and licks it up like a rabid dog. He's like, vodka! Oh shit, that was disgusting. But you ever have that like evil part of your brain that's thinking like, you see something like that and you're like, but what else could I get him to do tonight? So that's rolling around in my head, walking to the bar, and I see this trash can with a lid dented in, and I got a day's worth of piss, so I fill that thing to the brim while he's lagging behind all drunk. And when he rounds the corner, I'm like, hey buddy, I spilled some vodka. I know. In my head, I was thinking, I would stop him if he tried. I just wanted to see if he would do it. I mean, clearly there was no more vodka, but that's not what he did. He comes running around the corner, and he flies through the air. And I'm seeing this in slow motion, just no piss. And he starts flopping around like a crazed beach porpoise. He's like, ah! And he jumps out, and he's like, bah! He's covered head to toe, all triumphant. I'm like, that was my pee. And he bear hugs me. He's like, ah! Splashing it all in my face. I'm like, oh, all right, buddy. I guess I deserve that. I don't know why the hell you would do that, but I guess I deserve that. Okay, let's calm down. Let's not let our night get ruined by just a little piss. It's a dive bar. It already smells like piss. So we try and have a good time. But he's still angry. And when we're heading home, I see a fire hydrant. I'm peeing on it. Because I was full of piss again. And he sees his golden opportunity for revenge. He attacks me from behind. My dick hits the fire hydrant. And there's nothing like dick pain to make you see red. And I just attacked him, and we fight, beating the shit out of each other in the middle of the street until it got interrupted by a squad car. Yeah. So it's not just old meth heads with ice picks or groups of Panamanian midgets. Both true. The list is longer. But even my friends are trying to kill me. Because everything is trying to kill me. So, when I'm not thinking about what's trying to kill me, I'm always looking over my shoulder. Sometimes I'm just thinking about how weird words are. I know, different. But, you know how, most sexual terms are really self-explanatory? You know what's going on? Like, for example, teabagging. It's like, yeah, I understand that one, yeah. Like, rim job. Yep, makes sense. Doggy style. Yeah, I got it, figured. And even bukkake, which translated from the Japanese means heavy splash. But why the hell is a blowjob called a blowjob? What action does that describe? Somebody doing this? I have never looked at somebody stoking a fire and gotten aroused. That's just not a thing. Shouldn't a blowjob be called a suck job? Because not only does that describe the action, it also describes the quality required to achieve the job. Not much. But the actual word oddly seems fitting. Fellatio? I don't know why, but that makes me think of a really flamboyant Spanish man. Like, yo soy Felicio. And we all know Felicio is a master of sucking. He's the grandmaster. And if anybody could get it done with a blowjob, it's Felicio. And he wouldn't even know. It would just be a little... You're welcome. Yo soy Felicio. All right. Thanks, guys. You've been great.